Hello everyone, I'm Frank.
And I'm Brett.
And welcome to Vlogosphere number 3. Today's episode...
What the hell is a Vlogosphere?
Dude, I just make up a new word every time. Welcome to Vlogosphere number 3. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing some pretty cool stuff. We are going to announce the launch date of Universe 2.
I think you just did that actually by saying we were going to announce the launch of Universe 2.
We're announcing the launch date.
Oh.
We're announcing the launch date of Universe 2.
What is that date?
It is Saturday, July 31st.
So, pre-registration starts Monday the 26th of July, 2010. Registering early is key.
You're going to want to make sure you register early because...
If you register early, you're going to get some free credits.
Everyone that registers gets free credits. Approximately 5,000.
And by approximately, he means exactly.
It'll be exactly 5,000 credits to everyone who pre-registers. For all of you who do pre-register, you're going to want to make sure you check your inboxes on Saturday when we send you the confirmation email. And you also want to make sure you check your junk mail, as sometimes when we send out those confirmation emails, they get sent to the junk mail folder. If you do pre-register and you check your email on Saturday and you don't have a confirmation email from either of us, then you're going to want to just go ahead and send an email to admin@conrohl.com and we'll get you straightened out.
So, Frank and I would now like to take a moment to introduce a new segment called What You Talking About?
What you talking about? What you talking about?
Or What You Talking About. Either way.
Right. In the What You Talking About segment, we will answer any of the crazy questions and comments that you guys send towards us, and we'll
it could be, right now we're going to start off with a couple questions that are really game-based and, hopefully will help you learn how to play a little better and how some of the rules and regulations and whatnot work. But, feel free to ask anything and who knows what we'll pick out.
This one comes from D. Justin. What happens to
Great player, by the way. D. Justin is a great player. He does a lot of good things.
He's got a lot of good comments, got a lot of good questions coming. This one in particular, he sent a while back. Said, what happens to my troops when the food rate goes negative on my planet? That's a very good question. And as long as you have enough food on your planet, nothing will happen. However, once your food amount drops below 0, that's when your troops are going to start dying. They'll starve to death one by one, and when they die, the food cost of each unit will get added back to your food total. So if you have a negative food rate of, say, negative 10,000, you're going to lose troops every 10-15 seconds. However, if you have a negative rate of like 5 or 10, you'll probably lose one troop an hour, one every 2 hours or something like that, and then the rate will slowly decrease until your food rate rises to 0.
Yeah. So once enough troops die, your food rate will eventually hit 0. Because you're not going to be negative anymore. And that's true for any planet, right? Whether it's your planet or you reinforce somebody's planet.
Correct. If you reinforce somebody else's planet, you have to make sure that they have enough food. So otherwise your troops will die on their planet as well.
And that's actually, while you are only allowed to send 1 day's worth of resources to any given player in any given day, 1 hour's worth of resources to any player in any given day, you're allowed to send enough food to that player to feed your troops that are on that, even if it is more than 1 hour's worth. So next question comes from Gumby, who is a very flexible man, or woman. We're actually not sure if it's a man or a woman. I'm kind of hoping it's a woman now. Anyhow, he's asking about pride. Pride is a very important piece of the Conrohl system. When you talk about pride, it really does affect everything you do because it affects your resources. So when your pride's at 100, you're basically producing your resources at the rate that you should be producing them. You can get up to 110% pride, at which point you're going to actually get a 10% bonus to your resource production. You can also fall all the way down to 50% pride. At 50%, you're going to be producing resources at half the rate that you should normally produce them. So, basically, if you're supposed to produce 100 food an hour, if you have 50% pride, you're only going to produce at 50 food an hour. So it really, really does significantly impact the way that you can build things, troops, buildings, anything like that.
And the ways you increase your pride are going to be by researching technologies, increasing your worship center, increasing your arena, and also by buying properties and vehicles through the Empire system.
Yeah. So, if you fall below 50%, or if you fall to 50%, you probably want to look into doing some of those things because you're going to be producing resources at a much slower rate than you should be. And resources really drive everything that you do. One thing you need to be careful about with pride is whenever you take over new planets or you settle new planets, it's going to be a big hit to your pride because you're expanding your population.
And when you increase other buildings, you're going to increase your population, which is going to lower your pride rate. So you're going to want to make sure as you build other buildings, you're going to want to make sure you also increase your pride, otherwise your ratio is going to drop.
If you want more information on it, there's actually a really good how-to written about it, and there's also a how-to video on pride. You can check both those out, and they go into detail of how you can increase pride, how pride gets decreased, and what it's all about. So they'll go in a little bit more detail than we did here.
And that concludes our What You Talking About segment.
What you talking about? Don't forget to check out U2. It's coming soon. It's going to be really cool. We're going to talk about the new features between U2 and U1 in the next vlog, so stay tuned for that because they're pretty cool and they make the game awesome.
Yeah, and remember, U2 is going to launch on Saturday the 31st. Pre-registration will begin on Monday the 26th. Make sure you pre-register and you'll get a bonus 5,000 credits. So make sure you subscribe to our vlog on YouTube. Keep track of us. And until next time, happy gaming.
Gotta leave town, got another appointment.